my journey to the Trinity. I talk here about issues that I dealt with as I learned about the Trinity, the deity of Jesus Christ, as I learned about who he is from the Bible, especially from the Gospel of John, but from all the Gospels and the whole Bible. And sometimes when I do this, I have some of my relatives or fellow villagers who come in and they want to share their view about what I'm saying. And that's great because I want to talk to them. I want them to know about the love of Jesus and about the truth about Jesus Christ, who he is. That's the most important thing that can happen to anybody, is to know the truth about Jesus Christ. And so today I have my, I think maybe fourth or fifth or sixth cousin, but he's from my village, and he's Joseph. He's been with us before. And welcome, Joseph. It's great to have you today.
Hello.
واليوم انا مش لابس تقية عشان عيد ميلادي اليوم
انا قالوا لنا هابي بيرثدي
57 سنة بس انا الختيار اكبر من كل اولاد عمي، بعمل زي ما بدي، ما فيش حدا يجي يقول لي تعمل وما تعمل يعني.
انت الكبير ها؟
انا الختيار. انا العجوز. I'm also going to these are my two books and I'm talking about these two books today. It's the same book but one's in Arabic, one's in English. In Arabic, it's called Ibn Midyam. In English, it's called Son of Mary. So, the stuff we're talking about today can be in these books. And you can say, oh, he's just trying to make money. I am trying to make money so that I don't have to deliver pizzas. It'd be great if I could do something so I don't have to deliver pizzas anymore. But I enjoy delivering pizzas, by the way, because it's a fun way to meet people and stuff like that. So today we're going to talk about the death of Jesus Christ in the Quran. And so we're going to do it in a debate format. So I will get 5 minutes, and then Joseph will get 5 minutes. And then like we usually do our debates, and 4 minutes each, and then 3 minutes each, and 2 minutes, and so on. So Joseph has asked that I go first. And since it's my birthday, I deserve to go first. And so I do what I want. It's my birthday. Don't tell me what to do. Just kidding.
It's a free day for you today, man, till 12 o'clock.
57 سنة عمري. الله يستر. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start.
عرب 57 سنة. شماك صغير مان. شماك بيبي سعيد. زي العرب انت 57 سنة خلص ختيرت.
ختيرت صحيح. I just want to, because I'm doing this, I want to get my my brain isn't working, man. I shouldn't be doing this today.
Well,
but
I'm not sure. What are you doing? If you're on the screen, if you're talking to somebody, or somebody sends you a text, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh yeah, you know what? It's because it's in my Arabic files, because I got these in my Arabic files. That's why it's taking me a minute. I'm going to have this in a second here. Sorry, guys, it's taking me a little bit to get this before I start. I just want to get okay. أنا بدي أفرجيكم آيات في الكتاب المقدس آسف في القرآن بتقول إنه المسيح مات، وبدي أثبت من القرآن إنه المسيح مات. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to show today that Jesus died in the Quran. And so I'm going to be showing some verses. I'm going to be showing the Arabic, and then I'll tell you in English what these verses say. So, okay, I'll start my 5 minutes. Okay, my 5 minutes have started, and then when my 5 minutes are up, it'll ring. So anyway, the first verse I want to show you is a very well-known verse, and it's in chapter 3, Surah Al-Imran, verse 55. It says, إذ قال الله يا عيسى إني متوفيك ورافعك إلي. Okay, this is what it said in this verse, and if you look at the English translations, they've changed it because they have a huge headache with this verse because it so clearly agrees with what the Bible says. And in this verse, it says that Allah is speaking, God is speaking, and Allah says, "O Isa," or Isa is the Muslim name for Jesus. "I made you to die and raised you up to myself." I made you to die and raised you up to myself. Inni mitwafik urafi'ak ilayya. Now the word mitwafik in the Quran means to die, and in general, it's not some secret, hidden, ancient Qurayshi word. In Arabic, when you say somebody is wafa, it means they died. And so when it says inni mitwafik, it means God is saying to Jesus, "I made you to die and raised you up to myself." Inni mitwafik urafi'ak ilayya. Okay, so let me show you the next. Let me show you the next. This is another verse, and this next verse is interesting because the first verse, it was God speaking, Allah speaking. In this verse, it's Jesus, Jesus speaking, and it's where Jesus is saying to Allah. Let me go ahead and say it in Arabic first. Here, let me go ahead and hide Joseph there. It says, "فَلَمَّا تَوَفَّيْتَنِي كُنْتَ رَقِيبَ عَلَيْهِمْ." Okay. لما توفيتني كنت أنت رقيب عليهم, and this is from Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5 of the Quran, verse 117. And here Isa is speaking to Allah, and he says to him, "When you made me to die, you became a watcher over them." You know, he was saying that I was watching over all the disciples, all my followers, God. But then when you made me to die, you became the watcher. And so here, the first verse I showed you, 355, Allah saying to Jesus, "I made you to die and raised you up to myself." Here, Jesus is speaking to God, to Allah, and he says, "When you made me to die, you became a watcher over them." So two verses, both of them saying that Jesus died. Why is that important? Because in Christianity, the most important thing of Christianity is that Jesus died on the cross, rose again after 3 days, to forgive our sins, to give us salvation. And Jesus said there's no other salvation. There's no other way that we can be saved. And let me show you the final verse that I want to show you today. This is a very important verse. This is in Surah Miriam. This is in Surah Miriam. And this verse, this is when Jesus was a baby. And this comes from the infancy gospel of Thomas. It's an apocryphal gospel that Christians don't acknowledge. It's one of the apocryphal gospels. Muhammad took this from that gospel, as much of the Quran is from apocryphal gospels that are not accepted by the church. But there's this infancy gospel of Thomas where it says that Jesus spoke when he was a baby. Now, we don't believe that as Christians, but it's in the Quran that he did. But what he says is very consistent with Christian doctrine, because he says, "Peace be upon me, salam alayya yawm ulidit, yawm amut, wa yawm ab'athu hayy," which says, "Peace be upon me the day I am born, the day I die, the day I come back to life." And so here you have Jesus saying that he was born, which, he was a baby at the time, the day he was died, and the day he comes back to life, so that he dies and comes back to life. And so there I gave you three passages. I gave you three passages where Jesus says that he was died, Allah says that Jesus died, and Jesus as a baby said that he died. And so there's three passages in the Quran proving that Jesus did die, and that's the most important thing in the world, is that he died for us to save us. And I just ran out of time. So now I will let my cousin go ahead and okay, you can go ahead now.
Okay, man. The first one, okay, when you said
Tell me.
رافعك إلي.
Start.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
رافعك إلي. Steve.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. رافعك إلي, like he took him to him. He took Jesus to him. That's the first time you hear anything in the Quran about رافعك إلي, the way you said it exactly. That I'm taking you up to me. Okay, he didn't kill him. He didn't end him. He didn't take his soul. Okay, he's not in a grave. In the Quran, it said that I'm taking you back to me. That's the first time he said it. And you know that. It doesn't say again in the Quran about anybody else that he took him up, Rafi'a ilay. Okay, but Jesus. And then you guys, honestly, Steve, with Moses, you know, God opened the sea, man, so nobody can touch him. You guys believe that Jesus got tortured. When we're saying that the sea got opened because Pharaoh and his soldiers don't touch him. Why would you think Jesus would get tortured the way he's getting tortured and to say for your sin? Okay, it doesn't make a point where if he did, like I told you before, we should be all dead. But that's not the point. The point is, bro, is every prophet was protected. Joseph, they threw him in a well and he became the king, he became the ruler of Egypt. Moses, Pharaoh, same thing. He opened the sea. You guys believe all the prophets got protected and served, but Jesus didn't because Jesus was dying for your sin. Why is it different that Jesus is dying for your sin? Why didn't Jesus just came like everybody else came? All the prophets before him came and just said that there's a God and there's the angels, there's the skies, there's the stars, that a God made it. Because that's when prophets used to come, because people used to pray. I don't know, that Indian friend of yours, I don't know if he's praying to cows or whatever, but people pray to cows, people pray to the sun, people pray, you know, to a lot of different things. And they all came, prophets came just to say that there's a God. Okay, so why is it different than him? That's what I'm trying to get you. And then mutwafika, it means like it ended the message. The mutwafika is the way you said it, meaning he ended the message. That's it. He sent the message and it was done. The message was sent. His job was done in so many words. You know what I mean? And then the going up. Did you see it in the Quran again? You did not see it in the Quran again. It was just to Jesus that he took him up. Exactly what you said. Okay, so if you're believing that and you're attacking me with it, so let me tell you the verse first you said. First verse you said, it means that he sent the message and it was done already. He did his job. And then he took him up to him. Just like I'm telling you. Never got tortured, never died. Nobody ever touched him because they couldn't touch him. Okay, Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, all of them, they're not be touched. For you guys to believe that they got tortured and everything. But the verse you gave me, you're attacking me with it, but it's simple, man. He just closed the message. It was closed down. He sent the message and he took him up to him. So the message was sent. Like Muhammad, when he died, his message was sent. Okay, it was done. It was a done deal for him. But Muhammad died. He didn't go up to him. Okay, he didn't take him and went up to him, just like he did with Jesus. You know what I mean? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear
Steve.
you. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
And
hear
then
you.
what do you guys believe with Jesus and his grave, like his body? Because I don't know if he did die and everything, where is his body? Because for him to die, Steve, and just to go back to his soul, his body, then it doesn't make any sense, like you guys are saying. If his soul, and he got tortured and his soul left his body, and then for his soul to go back to his body and then disappear, like you said, like you guys believe that he went up from his grave and he went after they killed him and after they put his body. So if that's true, then what's the point of dying? If I can die right now and then go back to my soul, go back to my body, then it doesn't matter. I didn't die for your sin, or nobody died for your sin. But you guys believe that he died and then his soul went back and his body disappeared or something like that. But see, that's the point. If it did happen like you guys say it did, that means there is no point for him of dying. I can die right now and go back. My kid wants to go somewhere, I can take him and die over there, but I'll come through with the word.
Okay, time's up. All right.
Can you answer me about the body? What do you guys believe of the body?
Okay, very good. That's a great question.
I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know what you guys believe on that part.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put 4 minutes to respond to you. You asked a lot of different things, and so I'm going to try to respond to you as fast as I can. About the body, that's a great question. Jesus died. He was in a body, and he died. And, one thing you said is that how come all the other prophets, everybody was protected except for Jesus? That's not the case. Jesus said to Jerusalem, "Oh, Jerusalem, that stones the prophets and those that were sent to her." Many prophets were killed, including Muhammad. He was killed by the Jewish lady who made dinner for him. But about the Jesus, and also in the Quran, I mean, there's a verse in chapter 4 of the Quran in Surah An-Nisa. It says about the Jews that they killed the prophets. It says in the Quran that they killed the prophets. So the prophets were not protected. Even according to the Quran, it says about the Jews, they qatalu al-anbiya. I have the verse, I can show it to you, but it's going to take me a little while. I'll show it to you the next time. So that's
Quran says that.
Not even an Islamic belief that the prophets were protected. They weren't. They were tormented for their faith. Now about the body of Jesus, it says that Jesus died. Jesus died. He was beaten, his beard torn out, and then after 3 days, he was buried in a tomb. And then that tomb is in Jerusalem, and you've been to Jerusalem. It's right next to Bab al-Amud, right by the Damascus Gate. It's right behind the bus station. It's right behind the bus station. And it's called the Garden Tomb. And there's a grave right there. And you can see Jesus was buried in there. That's what we believe. It may not be the place, but he was buried right there near where he was crucified. And after 3 days, he came back to life. He came back to life. And he came out of the tomb. And he went. And for 40 days after he rose again, for 40 days, he appeared to his disciples. And he said to them, "Put your hand in my feet, in my hand. Put your finger in my wounds, in my hands and in my feet and in my side." And then he ate with them. Almost every time he ate with them. He said, "Do you have anything to eat?" And he ate with them. 4 times he ate with them to show that he was human. He came back to life in a physical body, but it was a spiritual body, because it's the body that we're going to get after we die. It's a spiritual body, but the people saw him, they recognized him, and they knew it was him, and they could touch him, they could feel him, and he wanted to show that he came back to life, the same person who died, but in a glorified body, because this is the body that we're going to have when we die. So that's what happened to his body, and I believe the Quran says that. It says, and about you saying that mitwafik doesn't mean death, I just want to show you one verse in the Quran. This is in the Quran. I'm going to make you disappear for a second just so that I could read it better. Okay, and it says, in الذي يتوفون الملائكة ظالمين. I'm sorry, my Arabic, it's a little bit hard for me to read this because, with my glasses. Let me just read it to you, okay? It says, in الذين يتوفاهم الملائكة ظالمي أنفسهم قالوا فيهم. It's verse 97, and I've got many verses of this, but the verse says tawaffun, tawaffathum, meaning that they died. Tawaffa means to die in the Quran. Okay, it doesn't just mean to end; it means death. Tawaffa. They ended. So anyway, I'm out of time. So okay, you get 4 minutes now. Tell me when to start.
Start.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve, you're right. But see, when you read that verse, you read the verse. That's why the whole verse is making sense out of it all. But the way he said it to Jesus is that he finished. The word mutwaffi is something that finished, that something that got finished. They booked it, okay? Like Muhammad, like everybody else, they finished. He finished the job and he went and he said, Rafi'ak ilayya, just like you said. Rafi'ak ilayya means I took you up to me. Just like we believe, and I think you guys, or you guys don't believe that, but and then you say, okay, he went back to his body. So if he went back to his body, Steve, with a glorified body, then what's the point of dying the first time? If I can die right now and then tomorrow morning be back, some people in this world will die every day just so they can take a rest, maybe. You know what I mean? But you guys are making a deal out of that. He died for your sin. If he died for your sin, okay, that means he died. He didn't come back after 3 days or after 4 days and then walked away with the body. See, in the Quran, it says that he never died, that he went up. Okay, there was never a body. Not a story where it says, oh, he died and then he came back to his body. Okay, and then when he
Okay, you were cut off there, so I'll give you 20 more seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, so the main point is that he went back to his body. If he went back to his body, that means it's an easy thing. Okay, I died today and then I went back to my body and then I walked out and I started walking again like nothing happened. So that means he didn't die for your sin. Okay, and that's the main thing we're fighting about right now, is that he died or he didn't die. And he died, if he did, he died for your sin, which I believe everybody takes their own sin. But and then mutawaffiq, that's a word in 1,000 meanings, okay? But when he made it clear, when he said that I took you up to me, you even read it in the Quran, okay? Just like we told you, just like we believe, he went up to God. He never died, he never got tortured. If you believe that sentence, okay, or you want to explain it the way you want, just read the last word. That's all you have to do. And it says that we took you up, that they took him up. They didn't kill him. They didn't take his soul. They took the whole thing up. Jesus, body, soul, and everything.
You still got time. You got a minute still.
Oh, and then Muhammad is the same thing. When he died, he had finished the book. He had finished his duties, his job. He had finished. So he died. Same thing with this, okay? But Muhammad died, you see. We believe that Muhammad died. We don't believe that he died, he came back, took his body and left. We believe that he died, okay? But he died after he finished his message. And Jesus died because his message got there. And like you said, in the Quran, it says the Jews are in Islam, it says the Jews are the prophet killers. I didn't know that you guys believe that, which the Israeli or whatever, the Israelite or whatever you said, but it's the same thing about them being Jew killers, about them being prophet killers. So, and they didn't kill Muhammad, the lady. Muhammad had been poisoned. He was on the bed. 2 angels came to him in his sleep, talking to each other. One guy is asking the other what's wrong with him. The other guy telling him that he got poisoned. What does he do? He goes to this well, drinks this, okay, and he come back the second day like nothing happened. And that's what happened with the Jew lady. Muhammad didn't die from that. He was poisoned, right?
Okay.
But Steve, where you get your stories from? Honestly, you said that Muhammad was died from that lady. He got poisoned from that lady, and the second day he figured out, like the angels were talking to each other in front of him, which he figured out how to take it out. He went and took it out, but he never died from that food.
Your time is up. Okay.
Just asking you about where you get the stories.
Start my time. First of all, Muhammad. This is all from the Hadith. Muhammad ate the poison. The woman gave him the meat. She made it poison. He killed her husband, killed her father, killed her family, all in Khaybar. Yes, he did. He killed them all. And then he took the wife and had sex with her the same day, said, I like her, she's pretty. And then she said, oh, Prophet, I want to make you dinner. And the Prophet said, oh, okay, go ahead and make me dinner tonight. And so she made dinner. And she put
it's a Hollywood movie.
It's worse. It's like a soap opera.
the way I'm
البرنامج التركية هذول the Turkish soap operas. And then but listen, it gets funnier. It gets funnier because the woman set the meat in front of the goat that she cooked, the shat that she made. She put it in front of Muhammad and in front of everybody, and she had poison because he killed her mother. He killed her husband. He killed her father. He killed her whole family. And then
he's a murderer.
Yeah, he was. Okay, and then you know what happens? And then Muhammad, what happened is one guy eats of it. Okay, and then Muhammad ate of it. And after he ate of it, after he tasted it, he says, "Oh, Jibril has warned me that the meat is poisoned." Why didn't Jibril warn him before he ate it? Jibril warned him after he ate it. It's like what a wonderful. Why didn't he warn him before he ate it? So he ate it, and then he got sick, and it says he felt that someone was cutting his aorta. That's what Muhammad said. And he was sick for 3 years, and he died after 3 years. And they used to have to carry him around. Have you watched the movie Weekend at Bernie's?
This is impossible, man. Since you didn't start the minute.
It's my turn.
Oh, you started it. Okay.
This is what happened to Muhammad. Okay, but then let me just go back to some of the stuff that you asked. Okay, and you said that it doesn't say. I just want to show you about another verse from the Quran. Okay, I'm going to make you disappear just for a second so I could read this. Okay, it says, Allah bi'ul lal-nafs hina motan thumma موتهم التي لم تمت في يتوفون. Sorry, because this is so hard for me to read it because it's so small. Let me just try to get it from this. I want to show you. But here the Quran is equating tawaffa with death. In the Quran, it says that tawaffa means death. And when people die, yatawaffun, lama tawaffun. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to read this from the passage, okay? My time is up, but let me just read this verse to you, okay? Okay, let me just read this verse to you because it really answers what you were asking. And so so you can go ahead and take away my 20 seconds from my next time. Oh, dude. Okay, excuse me just 1 second here because I want to show you this. Okay, this is what it says. Let me just read it to you in Arabic. Okay, this is from Ibn Kathir and his tafsir. Okay, from Ibn Kathir. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay. Here's what the verse says. Allah yatawaffa الأنفس حين موتها والتي لم تمت في منهما. Okay, Allah يتوفى الأنفس حين موتهم. It means Allah takes away the souls at the time of their death. يعني it makes them to die. And that's what Jesus says. لما توفيتني كنت أنت رقيب عليهم. And so this is in the Quran. This is in the Quran 39:42. Okay, 39:42. وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَتَوَفِّيهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ. He's the one who makes him to die at night. This is the Quran 660. And so, whenever you see the word itwaffa, it means to make to die. And so I showed you 3-4 verses where. So anyway, I took some extra time there. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an extra minute because I took a little bit extra. So anyway, instead of 3 minutes, I'm going to give you 4 minutes. But it was really important to show that. Okay. Are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. anyway, I just wanted to show that. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes again instead of just 3 minutes. I took extra time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, bro. First of all, to correct your story, because honestly, this is not a Hollywood movie, and that's the most important thing. Every time you make a mistake or I think you're talking something that's not right, I'm gonna fix you before anything. The story about Muhammad and the Jew lady. The Jew lady, they got her to poison him. She poisoned him. Nothing to do with her family, nothing to do with her husband, nothing. Okay. This is a story every Muslim will tell you. She poisoned him. Okay. In his sleep, in his pain, two angels stood on the edges of the bed in front of him. One is talking to another, telling him what happened. Okay, he got poisoned. How is that fixed? He has to go and drink out of this well and this in words. Okay, but they were talking in front of him how to get the poison out. Second day they went. He sent Hassan or Hussein. He sent Ali, Hussein's father. He sent Ali, he brought it, he drank it, everything was good, okay, and he got up because two angels are protecting him, which they are, Gabriel and all of them. But the story you said, that's not even an Indian movie. In Indian movies, they will be embarrassed to talk that much. He killed this, he killed that, and he died from that. I don't know where you get your stories from, Steve. I don't get mad, but honestly, bro, these stories would piss off any Muslim. Okay, let me tell you, Muhammad, you're talking about a man, like I told you before, that has 1.9 billion followers. That's more than Facebook, more than Twitter, that's more than Snapchat, more than anybody. Okay, you're talking about a man that more than half of the world loves. You're talking 1.9 billion Muslims, and then you're talking about half of you guys, Christians, Mormon, everyone you talk to about Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad is a good guy. Muhammad has good laws. Muhammad this, Muhammad that. Okay. You keep attacking him. And I don't know, honestly, if you're getting the story right or you're just somebody's making up those stories. But they're way overrated. It's not even a small story where we can say, okay, something small, a small lie. It's a big thing you guys say, bro. Okay. Muhammad, just like Jesus, bro. They all loved each other, all the prophets, the same. They didn't love one more than the other. Okay. Jesus, again, I keep telling you this. Moses got saved. God opened the sea for Moses. He's not going to touch Jews, man, that's hitting him, or people in Jerusalem, whoever was hitting him, got torturing him. And then after all that, they didn't just kill him. They had to go cross him, okay, and torture him and cross him. I don't know how many hours. And then people say it's like they died for your sin. Bro, the main thing, Jesus came down to ground to say that there is one God, okay? And he was his prophet, that the Jews are doing something wrong and they weren't doing it right and they didn't want to listen to him, okay? Same thing as Muhammad. The only reason people hated him back then, not now. Honestly, everybody that hates Muhammad now is either Islamophobia or either a racist or someone that has to do with religion, which you are the third one that has to do with religion. Okay, but I don't know who's telling you those stories, but they're not right, man. You're talking about a man, okay, when he sent the Muslims to the king of Habasha, okay, and he read, the king of Habasha told the Muslim guy, what did the Quran says about Maryam and Jesus? He read a couple of verses out of the Quran. The king of Habasha told the other guy, I will not turn them into you if you gave me their weight and mountains of gold. Because what Muhammad came down with and what Jesus came down with is no different than this line between us. You're talking about the king of Habasha. Okay, are you smarter than this king that they had a debate in front of him for hours and then he wouldn't turn them in for gold? And he was a Christian like you, but he still wouldn't turn them in because the Quran is right. There is nothing in between.
Okay, your time's up. All right, I want to read you the story. You know what? I wanted to make this about the death of Jesus, but it's kind of turned into the death of Muhammad. And by the way, before the death of Muhammad, Muhammad had a pencil. He asked for a pencil and paper, so he wanted to write something. I think he wanted to repent and
say that Jesus is God, right?
Yes, but
that's the devil's work. Trust me, the devil doesn't go across Muhammad.
Umar ibn al-Khattab would not give him the paper because he knew what Muhammad was going to do. And
Omar.
that, Omar bin Khattab knew.
Omar, the one that loves Muhammad. If Muhammad told him go die, he'll go die. Omar is not gonna take an order from Muhammad and get a pen and a paper. Come on, man. That's only for heads to understand like you.
This is in your books. This is in your books. And so
no, it's not. No, brother. It's not in our books. Do not say it's in our books. That Muhammad asked for a book for a pen.
I'll bring it to you next time. But today I want to read to you about.
And Muhammad chose to die on the thigh of his wife. Okay, the one he loves. He didn't talk to Omar, or Abu Bakr didn't go in, or Omar didn't go in that he asked him for a pen. That's not right, Steve.
It's true, but anyway, it's my time.
Okay.
Okay. Let me. I want to read to you. I want to read. I want to read to you. This is what it says. This is from Ibn Sa'd.
If I get up, I'm gonna go get the charger. But read.
One of your Sahih hadith. Okay, is what it says. Page 249. Verily, a Jewish woman presented poisoned meat of a goat to the apostle of Allah. He took a piece from it, put it in his mouth, chewed it, and threw it away. Then he said to his companions, "Quote, the leg tells me that it is poison." After he ate it, the leg tells me. So the leg started talking to him. The kharoof leg started talking to him. And he says, then he sent for the Jewish woman and asked her, listen to what he asked her. What induced you to do what you have done? She replied, I wanted to know if it's true in that case. If you are true, if you're a real prophet, in that case, Allah would surely have told you that the meat was poison. But if you were a liar, I shall relieve the people of you. So
keep reading, Steve. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the charger.
Oh, no way, man. No way, man. Okay, well then the Munadhara is over then. If you're not gonna stay and listen, it's over. Okay. Sorry, you guys. You can't just walk out halfway through a discussion. So anyway, I'm bringing this to an end. Muhammad ate the poison, and he died from it. So we can talk about it more next time. So anyway, because he walked out, I'm going to go ahead and end the Munadhara. So I call that hurub.